Hi guys, and welcome to my latest video. Um, I thought I'd make a little what's sold so far this month video because I've not done one. We're nearly at the end of June, and I thought I'd just share with you guys 10 of my favorite sales so far this month. Um, I'm not going to include the Sony radio because I made a video specifically about that, so there's no point including it again. Instead, here I've got like a number of items that that I'm happy to kind of go through with you guys and just show you what's achievable in terms of price and what I paid for them. So the first item you can see here I've got is this action figure. Now this is a Halo Reach George 6-inch action figure. Now I got this action figure along with a bunch of others. This was actually when I went to the boot fair up in the north in Garstang or near Garstang, and I paid £15 I think for a job lot of these Halo figures, and this is the first one that sold. And as you can see, I got £15 plus £3 shipping on it. So that's going to more or less just about start to cover me for the initial investment. Obviously, I'm still not in profit just yet because you've got to take into account fees, etc. But for one figure, that's pretty good. You can see he's got his turret gun there, his backpack. I took a few photos of it, and it sold pretty quickly. So I'm very pleased with that sale. Next item I'm going to show you guys is something else that I have shown in my videos. I think I picked this up. I can't remember now when, not that long ago, a few weeks back, and I paid at a boot fair £12 for this. And what this is a Polycom conference phone. So these are like phones used by businesses. And so this is the kind of thing that you'd have in the middle of a conference table, and it's got three speakers there on either side, so people can sit around the table and have like a conference call. So I took, like I said, a few photos of the unit there, the power supply, etc., and the cables that came with it. And like I said, I paid £12, I think, at the boot fair for this, and it shipped for 50 plus shipping. So very pleased with that one. Here's another sale that I'm pretty happy with. Now, I got a little shoebox full, not full, but a shoebox which had a number of these tiny plastic Tomy Pokemon figures. They're worth looking out for, especially they've got to be the right kind, and you'll be able to tell that by what's printed on the back. So you can see these have all got Tomy written on the back, and they've got CGTSJ printed on the back there. So I got like I said, a little shoebox full of these, and I paid £1.50 or £1.60 for the lot, which is very good value. And what I did was I went through them and I picked out these three because this is the kind of evolution of Charmander to I don't know their names fully. Yeah, Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. So you've got the different evolutions of these Pokemon, so the different versions as they get more powerful. And you can see I made sure I took photos of the actual printing on the back of them as well, so the buyers could see, because people do collect these. And as you can see, I got for those tiny little figures £22.99 plus £3 shipping, so I was pleased with that. Next item, this is another boot fair. No, this is actually a charity shop find that I mentioned a few weeks back. I had to pay up on it because it was a charity shop. I actually paid £8 for this, and it's like the Maytag's handy chiller, the drinks chiller there. And I actually ended up, tested it out. It all works fine. See my photos there. I actually ended up accepting an offer of £30. So £30, and then there was £5.99 shipping on top of that because of the size weight of the item. So that went, and still good profit considering I paid £8 for it. So I was pleased with that, from 8 to 30. Next item. Now this is something I'm really disappointed with. More because of myself. Now, I didn't get £80 for this. I actually accepted an offer of 35, so half that plus the £5.99 shipping. And it's a Hermes 3000 Seafoam vintage typewriter. Now, I'm really upset about this sale when I think about it, because I got this typewriter in good working order from a boot fair, and I paid £10 for it. Had it been in good working order, I could have been getting around the £200 mark for it. That's not unbelievable. However, when I got it home, I must have picked it up incorrectly, and I dropped it quite badly on its side. It bent the carriage up. A piece came flying off there as well. It really did damage the typewriter quite badly, in the sense that it wouldn't any longer function, and like I said, the piece came off. Now, in the end, it got sold to a lady, like I said, for 35 plus the 5.99 shipping. So still from 10 to 35, it's not a bad profit really when you think about it. It's still about 20 quid in there, but it could have been so much better than it was. And it ended up instead being a centerpiece at someone's wedding. So I'm glad that it's still useful to someone, but it could have been worth a lot more had I not been clumsy and dropped the typewriter. But there you go. Now, moving on, this is quite an interesting sale. I don't normally deal with kind of automotive bike parts, etc., but this is something I bid on at auction. Um, I'm not sure what made me bid on it, but I'm glad I did. I bid and I think I paid £47, including fees for this, and it's a carbon fiber airbox for a Ducati bike. As you can see, it's in very used condition on the underside. There's plenty of scrapes, scratches, marks of all kinds there. So I was very keen to mention that in the description. That it is in a bit of rough shape. However, obviously the carbon fiber like coating on the up top side there is absolutely fine. It's just a bit of scrapage and marks on the underside. And I did describe it as very used with various marks, including scuffing. And I put it up for 110 plus shipping, and it sold very quickly. I may have undersold it. I did see some going for a lot more money, but I just wasn't prepared to. As you know, I'm not experienced in this field, as I am in some others. So maybe I undersold it, but I'm happy with what I got. So, like I said, I paid 47, and it sold for 110 plus £4 within 24 hours. I think it was well under 24 hours. It had been up. It'd probably been closer to about 12 hours. I put it on quite late at night, listed it quite late at night, and it sold early next morning. So I was pretty pleased with that sale. Moving on, this is quite an interesting sale because it's a puzzle called "This the Way It's Shut." I got this ages ago at a charity shop for about £3, and I sent it in to Amazon FBA because it was sealed. It's a new sealed item, and it would fetch good money from Amazon FBA. And I think it sold for about 25 or £30, something along those lines. And then for some reason, it got returned as stranded inventory. I wasn't able to just put it back into my inventory. I'm not sure what the reason for that was, and it was just stranded for ages. I finally got around to getting it sent back to me, and it came back and it's new. It's there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's perfectly sealed all around. It's in great condition. Um, and I'm not exactly sure why it couldn't just go back into my inventory, but it couldn't. So I get it sent back to me. I listed it for £20 plus shipping on eBay, and again it sold within 24 hours and went abroad via the global shipping program. So pretty pleased with that as well. Next item. This is a realistic vintage micro cassette recorder, like pocket dictaphone, made in Japan. I got this in the job lot of stuff for about a tenner ages ago. I had it up for 30. I actually ended up accepting an offer of 20 plus shipping. I was just pleased to just see it sell. You can see it's pretty basic but cool looking um, pocket voice recorder, micro cassette recorder. So good sell, simple sell. Moving on, this is another auction pickup. This is for a set of Chubb handcuffs. Now, these again, I priced at the top end, yet they still sold quickly. So it's one of those funny situations. So these are Chubb 1K70 handcuffs. I paid at auction with fees about 22 or £23. Put them up for 100 plus £3 shipping, and again they sold within, I think within about 3 days, maybe something along those lines, 3 4 days tops. Sold for the full asking of 100 plus £3 shipping, and they're going abroad via the global shipping program. So really happy with that sale as well. So you can see they're just some proper quality made in England handcuffs. And final item, again, an auction pickup, again, something I don't know much about. I did my research, obviously, found out what all the different bits and pieces were, so I knew what I had, so I could describe it as to the best of my ability. And what this is a Klansman PRC Infantry Radio, but it came with a bunch of accessories in this little rucksack. It had the aerial there, the battery, etc. However, because I was unable to test it, I couldn't charge the battery. I had to sell it as untested, and I paid. Uh, I don't know how much I paid for this. Can't remember. I've got a feeling I paid about 33, including fees at auction. So I paid up a bit for this, but you can see it's a really cool item. Had the carrying frame, all these bits came with it, and very quickly I got, again, within a couple of days it sold. I think I took an offer of 80 plus the shipping, so it went for like 90 odd pounds. I was pretty happy just to get rid of it. I made a good little profit out of it, and it's going to be in someone's Land Rover. They're going to just display it there, so it was fine that it was sold as seen, because of they just wanted to complete their Land Rover with the Klansman there. So very happy with those sales. Um, it shows, especially you can see that the auction sales sold the items sold quickly because they're in demand items, and they sold for good profit. And all of those items came from one auction house, one auction outing, and they sold, like I said, very quickly because they're in demand, they're desirable items. So auctions definitely have their place in terms of getting yourself desirable, good value items. So I'm really pleased that they sold so quickly, and made me some good profit as well. So I can't complain. The other items obviously were a mixture of the regular boot fair and charity shop items. So I hope you guys got something useful from that. Seeing the items I sold, what I sold them for, how much roughly I made. If you found the video useful, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the video, obviously, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.